Let me put you up on some King James gang that they will never teach you in school or church, man. You ever wonder why the Bible we grew up on has his name? The King James Version, been playing us for lames. Like, who was King James? Let me tell you. Do my study, but do your own. King James was the son of Mary, Queen of Scots. When his mother got sentenced to death, he just watched, didn't stop it, ain't speak up or do nothing. Why not? Cause he knew if shut up, his bag would go up, and the crown would be all his to throw up. But let me slow up. The throne meant more to him than blood toe up. So when she died, James became the King of Scotland and England, flexing a big ring. Here's where the story gets deep. One of the first things he did as a king was authorize his own version of the Bible. Not to get people closer to the Creator, but to make the church fall under royal control. He changed verses, took out whole books and flipped meanings to support obedience to kings. You ever notice how that version teaches you to fear God, obey authority, and accept suffering as divine? That's not accident, that's agenda. And on top of that, King James wrote a whole book on demonology. He was obsessed with witches and spiritual control. He ran witch trials and executions like it was sports. That's who edited the word. The man who let his mama die to secure a crown is the same man who shaped generations of spiritual belief. Now ask yourself, if the foundation is corrupted, what happens to everything built on top of it? This ain't about throwing shade at people's faith. It's about knowing the source of where it came from. Wait, you got divine power inside of you and it didn't come from a king. It came from the Creator itself, and that don't require no permission. We gotta stop following systems that were never made to set us free. And since we talking about who wrote the rules, we also gotta talk about the Council of Nicosia too. King James wasn't the first one to remix the word. He was just continuing the play that started way back in 325 AD. That's when Emperor Constantine called together a group of bishops, not to connect the Creator, but to unify an empire that was falling apart. They weren't trying to find truth, they were trying to control people. So what did they do? They sat in a room and voted on what God should look like. That's where they declared Jesus divine, removed books that didn't match their agenda, and created the idea of a holy trinity to replace older, deeper truths. Whole gospels were banned from it. The gospel of Thomas gone, the gospel of Mary gone, the book of Enoch buried. Why? Because these books taught that the divine was within, and if you know God lives in you, you can't be controlled by them. Constantine wasn't even baptized until his deathbed. He didn't care about the word, he cared about power. And ever since that council, the truth has been filtered through politics, ego, and empire. That's why you've been taught to fear hell, bow to authority, and call obedience faith. But the Creator don't need your worship. The Creator wants your remembrance. You don't need a building, you don't need a robe or a preacher, none of that to touch the divine. All you need is stillness. You need truth, and you need to know you were born with the blueprint already inside of you. So don't let these systems shame your questions. The real ones ask, because the soul always remembers. The best way to keep a people enslaved is to always keep them searching for a savior everywhere else but inside of themselves. And now that you know what happened at Nicaea, you ain't just breaking rules, you breaking chains.